Here's Linda sharing God's heart.
Hello everyone. Psalm 27 verse 12 reads, "Do not deliver me to the will of my adversaries, for false witnesses have risen against me, such as breathe out violence." Jesus would have very likely prayed words like this. He lived his life in the tension of knowing why he came to earth and simultaneously experiencing what his adversaries planned for him. They wanted Jesus dead and silenced. Let's look at what Jesus had to navigate, particularly in his last days on earth. In John 12, verses 23 and 24, Jesus said, "The hour has come that the Son of Man should be glorified. Most assuredly I say to you, unless a grain of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it produces much grain." Every person who has become a child of God since then is part of that much grain. Hebrews chapter 12 verse 2 says, "He endured the cross and despised the shame for the joy that was set before him." Jesus was focused on fellowship with those who would become his children, and not the cross and shame. After Lazarus was raised from the dead, we read in John 11 verse 47 that the chief priests and Pharisees gathered a council and said, "What shall we do? This man works many signs. If we let him alone like this, everyone will believe in him, and the Romans will come and take away both our place and our nation." Caiaphas, the high priest, told them in verse 50 that it is to their advantage that one man should die for the people. Verse 53 reads, "From that day on, they plotted to put Jesus to death." Part of the plot included getting false witnesses to testify against him. I believe God's heart from Psalm 27 verse 12 for us is, "As you present your bodies to me as living sacrifices and are not conformed to this world, but rather transformed by the renewing of your minds, you will know what my good, acceptable, and perfect will is for your life." As I did for my son by answering his prayer not to be delivered to the will of his enemies, so I am doing for you right now. I am watching over the word I have spoken over you to perform it.